Hey everybody, Cindy Brulard coming to you live from the great Lone Star State of Texas, the birthplace of the one and only Dr. Richard Denney. He was born actually in Paris, Texas. And yes, we do have a Paris in Texas. And that back there is our Eiffel Tower. Also home to the one and only renowned Texas A&M University, where Dr. Denney received his degree in veterinary medicine. On a special day in 1975, Dr. Denney walked across that stage and received his diploma in veterinary medicine. It was a great day, truly a great day. And he actually then became a member of the Aggie family, which is a big deal. Most people don't understand what a big deal it is, but to be a Texas Aggie is a big deal. And I know this because I am also from an Aggie family. I have my dad, my daughter, my son-in-law, friends, nieces, nephews, now great nieces. And the best thing ever is that I have two purebred Aggie granddaughters. Mom and dad both have papers, so that makes them purebred. A lot of people say, well, what does it mean to be an Aggie? When you walk across the stage and you receive that diploma and you're wearing that Aggie ring, there is a lot that you have promised that you would do in your lifetime to continue the tradition of being an Aggie. A&M was established and based on core values, which are integrity, commitment to making the world better, respect, everyone deserves respect, excellence in anything and everything that you do, loyalty to those around you, and most of all, traditions and honoring and keeping those traditions forever. Aggies have also an honor code. The honor code says that an Aggie does not lie, cheat, steal, or tolerate those who do. And that's what you live by. I'll give you a few examples of the traditions that A&M has. And that is, number one, you don't walk on the grass. We have sidewalks for that. If you go to A&M, you walk on the grass, more than likely you're gonna get yelled at. Hey, get off the grass. Number two, you don't wear hats inside the building out of respect. Number three, Lady Reveille. Lady Reveille is our mascot. She's a collie. Lady Reveille is considered the queen of the campus, and she's treated that way. She has her own cadet who tends to her every need 24/7. She's never left alone. And anything and everything that Lady Reveille needs and wants is tended to by him. When you have the privilege of coming in contact with Lady Reveille, you stand aside. You let her pass. You greet her. Good morning, Lady Reveille. Evening, Lady Reveille. She is the queen again of the campus. If Lady Reveille comes into a classroom with her cadet and Lady Reveille barks, the professor immediately dismisses class. Everyone wishes that Lady Reveille will come into their class, especially on those 3-hour boring speeches and lessons. And number four, once a year, on April 21st, is Aggie Muster, which honors the fallen Aggies for that previous year. Anywhere in the world, any Aggie that has fallen is honored that day, and the tradition continues from the very beginning. And the list goes on. I could stand here all day and talk about it, so I won't. I met Dr. Denney in 1992 when I had first moved to Texas, and on a really bad stormy night, I had 3 cats, 4 dogs, and a parrot. The parrot was shaken up and startled in the middle of the night from a bad lightning and thunderstorm. He proceeded to fall to the bottom of the cage, and something somehow got his wing caught in the cage and broke his wing off. So it was a mess. When I finally was able to get it, look at, I knew the bird was bleeding. I knew that if he bled very long, he would die. So I wrapped him up, put pressure on his wing. Him and I spent the night in the chair holding him, trying to keep him alive. Later on early that morning, I started flipping through Yellow Pages. Yellow Pages. Some of you know what Yellow Pages are. And I found the name, Dickinson Animal Hospital, Dr. Richard Denney. I made a few phone calls early that morning, and everyone I talked to said, yep, you better take him there. Dr. Denney can fix anything. So I did. I was there when the clinic opened. As soon as the doors opened, I rushed in, told him what had happened to my parrot. Dr. Denney came out and said, come on in here, let's see what we can do. Well, of course, we all know he performed his magic, and he saved my little Red, my bird. And our adventures began from there. So through numerous dogs and cats I have been through with him, all the way, flash forward to 2005, where Dr. Denney was making one of his annual house calls, because then I had 6 dogs and 10 cats. He came and announced to me that him and Anney were going to move to California. I was devastated. I was heartbroken. What was I going to do? What was I going to do without the vet, the best vet in the whole world? What was I going to do without one of my very best friends, him and Anney? I couldn't believe it. So all I said was, what? Why? Why do you want to go to California? Why do you want to go to California? I made a list here of everything that we have in Texas. We have mountains, we have piney woods, we have canyons, beaches, deserts, swamps. We got hurricanes, tornadoes, dust storms, rain, hail. Now we're getting snow. We have 2 seasons, hot and cold. We have humidity every day, 80 to 90%, good for your skin. We have critters of every kind, all the way from coyotes to cockroaches. We have our state bird, the mosquito. And we have fire ants, our very best friends. What in the world else would you need? Well, I got the Richard Denney face. He said, girl, gotta go to California. There's gold in them there hills. Well, what was I gonna do? How am I gonna argue with gold? He left. I cried. And then, after I gathered myself, I got mad about it. Got really mad, and I said, well, I'm going to California. I'm gonna go get him back. I'm gonna go bring him back. So several years later, made my way to California, figured out how to get to Catalina Island, which is an adventure. And we pulled into the harbor that day on the Cat Express. And when I saw Catalina, and I saw the casino and the town and the beautiful blue water and the cute orange fish, I knew why he went there, and I knew why he was staying there. But I still wasn't happy. So I have come to love this place, and I have come to love the people here. And I do truly understand why he has stayed here, why him and Anney love it here so much. And now we're in 2010, and they called me and tell me they're getting a new clinic. So my husband Barry and I quickly volunteered to come help them open up the clinic, and we did. And it was wonderful. So here we are in 2025. I'm still coming to Catalina. These people are my true family, and I'm like a bad weed from Texas. I'm never going away. I'm just going to keep coming back. So when Nick Morrow called and asked me if I would say a few words on Dr. Denney's behalf, I said, well, I can and I can't. I can say words, but it's going to be a lot of words because I am not a person of a few words. So I did come up with a few words, and they are thank you. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts for everything you do, for everyone, for this entire community, for all the four-legged kids. And you continue to do so in your great Aggie tradition. Because when you walk in your clinic and you look at Richard Denney, you are seeing a true Aggie. A very, very true Aggie. An Aggie that I truly and dearly love, him and Annie. And until I see you guys again, which will be soon, I'm sending you love all the way from Texas.
Hi, I'm Nancy Marino. This is my husband, Al. And we have known Annie and Richard Denney since probably 25 years. We met them first when we were up at the inn on Mount Ada, and we were having breakfast one morning, and I happened to like hot sauce. And I looked across the room, and here was Richard with this bowl of hot sauce, and I didn't have one. So I went over and I asked him, I said, where did you get that hot sauce? And he said, oh, the girls in the kitchen make it for me. So I marched into the kitchen and got hot sauce. And every time we would be getting ready to go back over to Catalina, to the inn, I would call 2 days ahead of time and say, I'm coming, get me Richard's hot sauce. So it became Richard's hot sauce for the inn.
Everybody knew it that way.
Yeah.
Richard and I have been the best of friends since we first met, and we connected. Now, how a guy from South Philly and a guy from Texas, who have basically little to nothing in common, find each other and yet forge this wonderful friendship that has lasted for all of these years. And I can describe Richard as a combination of Captain Call and Augustus from Lonesome Dove. This guy is pure Texas. He's got the frivolity of Gus, and he's got the mettle of Captain Call. He's a combination of those guys. And when I hear Richard speak, I hear Robert Duvall actually playing that role. It's just very, very similar, and I so enjoy it. I think the thing that really made us connect is Richard is a highly principled guy, and there is something about that in this day and age that you just don't see very much. And I've respected that, and I've appreciated that, and that's certainly the groundwork for the nature of our friendship, and it's predicated upon that mutual respect, and I fully appreciate that.
We have lots of fun with Richard and Annie. We stay at their house, they come and stay at our house, and they're just such wonderful people. Richard did a 3.5-hour surgery on one of our cats that changed our cat from being a poor, miserable little guy to a loving, lovable cat, and so thrilled to have him out of pain and a happy animal.
Nancy suggests that she wants to send me over to Richard to see if he can make the same changes to that.
There's an idea.
I had to be a little more compatible, as it were. This is a 54-year marriage. So
Us, not us with the Denneys.
Yeah. So I'm hopeful it works out.
Yeah.
Put it that way. Richard and Anney are just they're a pleasure. They're just a pleasure. And I love having them here, and enjoy staying with them, their place as well. And it's almost like coming home when we get over to their house. Yeah. It's just a wonderful feeling.
Going to Catalina is always going home.
Yeah, there's a sense of that.
Richard doesn't really like to go downtown a whole lot, and I love it. And so when we're over there, we always drag Richard and Anney downtown. And of course, you could only walk about 2 feet before town people are hanging off of Richard. Everybody wants to talk to him and hug him, and why not? He's just lovable. He's such a lovable person. Everybody loves Richard.
Yeah. Well,
And Anney.
what's not to love?
We all love Anney.
Yeah. Richard and I will get together over when we're over in Catalina, and we'll kind of sneak off and just go sit down and have a beer mid-afternoon and discuss the ways of the world and how we're going to fix it. And we're still working on it. It's a project in process. I'll let you know how that works out. You know, I'm also thinking of a word, in one word, that would really tell a good story about Richard. And that word is, he is truly selfless. And you don't find a lot of that. You know, there's always that, you know, what's in it for me sort of thing. And he truly is a selfless guy. He'll give of himself above and beyond that which is required, and he's willing to do that which others in a similar situation are not. And that's what separates him from the rest of the crowd. So it's something to know about him.
And that's probably why the museum has selected Richard Denney to be this year's hero.
Well, I just have to say, Dr. Denney obviously is a great veterinarian, a wonderful, wonderful animal doctor. But you know what? He's also a great friend. He's a great shoulder to cry on if you need to listen. He's an awesome human being that goes far beyond being a veterinarian. And I keep hearing, oh, Dr. Denney, he's Dr. Doolittle. I beg to differ. He is Dr. Do-a-lot. He does a lot. And he's an amazing man, and I couldn't say enough good things about him, as we all can't. He's just there when we need him, and he's one of a kind. Hey, you know, everybody says a lot of great things about Dr. Denney. He saved their animal's life, their cat's life, their dog's life. I mean, he's certainly done that. He's been a great guy to talk to as a friend, but I can't tell you, all his successes are not successes. I brought this to him, and this is how he gave it back to me. It's sad. Thanks, Doc. Hey, Doc, I just want to say, and also to you, Anney, you guys make our lives, you make the island as special as it is, and I'm just very, 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 very touched and happy to call you a friend, both of you. And thanks a lot, and that goes for Scruffy here, too.
Let me begin by saying I really appreciate Richard in the sense that he is committed and he's passionate, but most importantly, he's like an incredible friend. So he's a friend, and he covers all the bases, blee, blah, blue, whatever. He still stinks like a veterinarian clinic, okay, but he takes care of Mommy Bear, and that's Elsie. She's queen of the clinic. And I love him and Anney for that. And they are so appreciated. So, tootsies. Because we're all on the same page right now. It's beautiful. And we have a happy family, and we're living on an island with wonderful people that are being recognized for all the good work that they do. And I really just want Richard to know that he matters. He matters.
Okay, so my name is Paul Parry, and I guess I've known Dr. Denney for over 200 years, if you're counting dog life. I think I've been with him for about four of my dogs, And over the years, we've become very, very good friends. He stayed with us when he's been over on the mainland, and we have stayed at his place. For some reason or other, if our unit was being rented out, we've stayed with him. I know everybody loves him, and he takes care of all the animals on the island. And he and Annie are just a great couple. We go out to dinner with them. We enjoy their company. I have no particular stories other than some of our dogs have been a little vicious, and as a result, he had to sew another dog's ear back on that my dog unfortunately bit off. There was another occasion when one of my dogs, who's since passed on, went into somebody's house and attacked their dog for no reason. So he's quite a guy.
Where did you originally meet him?
I'm on the island with one of our dogs. I can't remember. Like I said, I think we've been through 4 dogs with him. Needed some care, and we were told about him and went to the clinic, met him, took care of our dog, and somehow there was a connection. And of course we continue to use him professionally, but over time we became good friends, really good friends. And like I said, we have spent time together on the mainland, time together here.
I'm Rick Harp. This is my wife Wendy. We've lived on the island 42 years. I was a county fire captain here for 19 years, and Wendy worked at the hospital. She's a retired surgical nurse. We've had animals our whole life. Anything from snakes, tortoises, goats, pigs. Had a couple of raised some island pigs and so forth. So throughout our life, we've spent a lot of time going to vets. Several of them, as a matter of fact. And when we first moved to the island here, there was no vet, obviously. We'd have one that would come over occasionally and work off a picnic table out in front of the Humane Society and do some work there. But in like around 2005 or 2006, we were out at Middle Ranch where we had horses at that time, and a friend, Paul McElroy, who was a Baywatch paramedic here on the island for years, came driving through the ranch, and he had some new people in the vehicle with him that ended up being Dr. Denney and his wife Anney. They were out taking an interior tour, and that was our introduction, and it's become ever since it became a very good friendship, and we were fortunate enough to when we got to know Richard better and use his services on our animals, we soon realized that he was probably one of the, or probably is, the most knowledgeable and caring vet that we'd ever dealt with. And that continues to this day, and I think anybody in town that has ever had any contact with Richard and Annie in the office would have probably agree that he's a great person and very caring, and his whole life is taking care of animals. He doesn't he's take care of horses for us, parrots. When our dogs got to the time that was that they
Pass over the Rainbow Bridge.
passed over the Rainbow Bridge, Dr. Denney
Helped us with
helped
that.
us with that. He was just, like I say, he was always caring, and he had the best interest of whatever animal he happened to be working on at the time at heart. if he has a fault, it's the fact that personally I think he works too hard. I mean, he's always available day or night. I mean, if he gets a call and there's something and he's needed, he's there. And sometimes he doesn't get the rest that he needs, but that's the kind of person he is. He's very, very dedicated, and I think we as Islanders should be very...
We've been blessed.
We've been blessed and be very happy that we have the relationship we do. Sorry, babe. What would you like to say?
Well, some of the things that stand out for me is thinking about the care that he gave to my mother and her cat. Her cat, she had an elderly cat, and it was before Mother moved over here and moved in with us. And Dr. Denney actually, he went by her place in Laguna Woods. And later on, when Mother moved here, the cat went over to Dr. Denney's, first to the clinic, but he would take the cat home at night because it was so sick and they didn't have anybody to stay there with it during the night. And he kept it for, gosh, it must have been a couple of weeks, and then it lived in the clinic for a little while. But he saved that cat, and it was really close to death. I've seen him rescue a lot of animals that were close to death over here and pull them through. He's amazing, and he's always looking for ways to improve himself as well as take care of the animals. You know, he tries really hard to keep up to date on all the newest procedures and equipment, and he's just such a lovely man. We've had a wonderful relationship with them. We couldn't be closer if they were family.
It was interesting too when Richard first started his practice over here. It used to be the Animal Humane Society facility had a little
Closet.
it's basically a closet with the exterior door that wasn't much bigger than a closet anyway. But that was where he operated out of, and it was when the new facility was finally put together. We kind of helped out to get him settled in there, and it was a challenge. And he was there, so he'd do his practice during the day, and then any spare time we'd spend trying to get his new practice up and running. And that was a great effort on the town and the community to be able to provide him with that facility that he currently operates out of. And it's been a lot of good work there. A lot of animals have been helped and continue to be so today. He's a real treasure for the community, and I hope, and I'm sure that anybody that's ever dealt with him agrees with that.
Avalon is truly blessed to have a veterinarian that is so dedicated and so warm and loving and kind and knowledgeable. We are so lucky. We need to take care of him, and I'm sure glad that the museum is honoring him. He deserves every minute of it.
I agree. He's Richard. He definitely doesn't toot his own horn.
Nope.
He just does an exceptionally great job with his animals, the animals that he treats.
He's humble and kind.
But he never asked for any recognition, and it's really great that they're going to honor him and Anney. Annie's been there working with him and keeps the office flowing and tries to protect her man and keep him from being abused. So, and when you've got an animal that's hurting, it doesn't matter whether it's 1 in the morning or 6 in the morning or whatever. You're going to try to get help, and so they obviously get calls all day and night to come in and help. And if the message gets to Richard, he'll be there, because that's just the kind of person he is and the kind of vet he is. He loves what he does, and
he does a wonderful job.
He continues with continuing education classes and seminars that he attends, so he can do the best possible job for our animals. And just a great person. And I feel very honored to know him and Anney and have their
And call them
friendship.
friends.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Dr. Denney, it was a wonderful day for Avalon when you decided to visit, in on Mount Ada, and then decided that this is where you needed to be. We're so happy that you are here, and we feel so fortunate. Thank you.
Are on. And I really appreciate that he always takes care of everybody in town.
What about the animals?
Well, yes, they're taking care of their animals. People in town's animals.
Rolling.
Dr. Denney, we love you. You're amazing. You have saved more lives than all of our doctors combined.
Hi. I just wanted to say if I had a dog, I'd want Dr. Denney to take care of it. But I don't.
Hey, Richard. It's wonderful that the community is coming together to celebrate your time here and all of the efforts you've dedicated to the Avalon community and all of its, what can I best call it? All of the kids, the dogs, the cats, and all the other animals that you've treated over the years. Thanks again for being such a wonderful part of our community.
Hey, Dr. Denney, this is Lucy and Jasmine from the post office.
Dr. Denney, come on, say something.
Hi, Dr. Denney. Thank you so much for all your years and all your support. Thank you for keeping our little loved ones alive and well. You have a fantastic day here from the post office. Bye.
Hey, just wanted to say thanks to Dr. Denney for all of his loving and care he has given me and my puppies, especially my Great Dane Dean. I love Dr. Denney. He's just very easy to talk to and makes me feel like I know what I'm listening to instead of being dumb. Love you, Dr. Denney.
All right. Hello, this Maverick Helicopters. Dr. Denney always takes care of the animals going back and forth on the helicopter. He is amazing. And anytime we need help with our cat at home, because he lives just up the street from us, he is right there. Awesome guy. Thank you, doctor.
My name is Camila, and I am 7 years old. I am in 2nd grade.
I see your veterinarian coat. Is this something that you want to grow up to be a veterinarian someday?
Yes. I would like to be a veterinarian one day because I'd like to help animals.
Who got you interested in being a veterinarian?
Dr. Denney.
Does he inspire you as far as to be a veterinarian?
Yeah.
Have you had pets that you've brought to him before? And so you saw how he treated your pets?
Mhm.
How did he do?
He did good.
So I see your office that you have here.
Yes.
With all of your pets.
Yes.
And I guess you could call them patients, I guess.
Yes.
And so what do you do on a daily basis? I see you have your phone and you have your looks like you have an X-ray machine and all sorts of dogs. And so who's this guy?
This one?
Yeah.
His name is Cotton Ball.
Cotton Ball the puppy?
Mhm. And he has a little problem.
Oh, so how are you going to fix that?
I am gonna use my tools to fix him.
To get him taken care of and
Yeah.
so he can heal quick?
Mhm.
And do you keep track of all the treatments on your paper there?
Mhm.
So what do you do? Do you take care of your pets and your patients?
Yes.
Now, what about unicorns? Are they different than other pets?
Yes.
So you've seen unicorns? And you've treated unicorns?
Yes.
So are they very appreciative?
Yes.
Pretty good. Now, does anybody own a unicorn?
Yes. She is the rarest unicorn we have in this hospital. She's a little wobbly though.
I don't know, you might have to ask Dr. Denney if he's ever treated a unicorn before, because you might have him beat on that. But then again, you never know.
Never know. And We have one special one right here. He got treated. He was fighting with another llama and he fell and he broke his neck. So we healed that up. So we're making sure that he doesn't scratch it, so we put a cone on it. I'm glad that Dr. Denney inspires me to be this new person that I never thought I could be. My name is Camila, and I'm gonna be the next little Dr. Denney.